Well, howdy there, folks. So welcome back. This is the review on the Savage Mark II FV and 22 long rifle. This video and this review is to show you the cheapest possible way to build a target 22 or a bench rest 22 for either just for fun for a target or for bench rest competitions. And this rifle I got for $120 on Sportsman's Guide, shipped. So very good deal here. And I'll show you more of the process I went through to accurize it after we shoot a couple rounds here. Oh yeah, right on. That's more like it. There we go. That, folks, is what we're looking for. It's almost a one-hole group at 50 yards. Now we're going to go ahead and step this out to 100. It's really liking that CCI standard velocity. I think we got a winner here. By the way, this is an OTW 3x12 scope here, and I'll just give you some specs. So it's a 3 to 12 by 40 scope, 4.3 inches to 3.93 inches of eye relief, fully multi-coated. Tube diameter is 1 inch on this scope, and the length, overall length, is 12.6 inches, and it weighs 26.6 inches. Excuse me, 26.6 ounces. So yes, OTW sent me the scope to review, so that's why I put it on this weapon. If I was going to use this in competition, I might go something with a higher power, but this seems to be a great scope. So I headed in at 50, within a few shots was able to zero it. Adjustments are 1/4 inch at 100 yards, and they are adjusting right on the money and seem to be holding zero just fine. One nice thing about the scope is it comes with scope caps included, and the glass actually is very little distortion, very good clear glass, and I think they run about maybe $60 or $70 on Amazon. I might be wrong on that, but relatively inexpensive scope, and seems to be working just marvelous on this weapon. So not too bad, probably right at MOA. Right at probably just right at one MOA, or maybe just a little bit, maybe 3/4 MOA group there. So now we're going to go ahead and we'll aim up the upper left red square. Gun's functioning good, everything's working properly. The bolt's actually smoother than I thought it was going to be on this gun. Quite easy to manipulate. So upper left red square, upper left red or corner of it. Not bad at all. I did jerk the second shot there, but definitely seems to be getting better with both myself. Haven't shot a 22 in a year, probably more than a year. So don't shoot 22s. I usually shoot 6.5 Creedmoor 308, 300 Win Mag. So this should actually help me hopefully undevelop flinch that I developed last year. So we'll do one more group, upper right square 3-shot group. See how it does here. Then just for fun, we might shoot the plate at 200 yards. Definitely pulled that first one. Since I messed that one up, we'll go ahead and shoot one more group, lower left right square. Now, first time out with this gun, like I said, barrel's not even really broken in. So I'm not expecting too much out of it. Not to mention it is a 22 long rifle, not a center fire. So at 100 yards with a $120 rifle, first time out in a $70, $80 scope. Keep in mind this is meant to be a budget, like ultra budget, cheapest you can get, target 22. Shooting really good. That was, most of these groups are, let's see, so first group was sub MOA, second group was sub MOA, third group I pulled one, and it looks like this fourth group was probably sub MOA at 100 yards. So just to put that in reference, I've spent $1,000 on a rifle before, such as the Bergara HMR, which I made a very controversial review of, and it wouldn't even shoot as good as this $120 22 is. So just keep that in perspective at 100 yards. Now we're CCI standard velocity at 50 and then 100. Scope's doing well, everything's going good. The trigger is what I'm most impressed with. I did do a trigger job to this Savage AccuTrigger and got it down to about 1.5 pounds, and it is breaking beautifully. I'm very happy with the trigger. Gun feels good, it's functioning good. So this whole rifle together, as seen here, with all the accessories included, came in at, if I was to buy the scope, probably $220. Comes with a nice bull barrel, which is the reason I picked this one. One thing to note is it is not threaded, but I gotta tell you, for a $120 rifle, comes with the AccuTrigger, the heavy barrel, and seems to be functioning fine. So in closing, guys, really happy with this rifle. Like I said, $120 budget, Savage FV2 or Mark II FV, excuse me. Shot at 50 yards and 100 yards. Average sub MOA at 100, and I've seen $1,000 centerfire rifles do worse than that. So pretty impressed by that. Also this OTW scope, I do recommend it for a budget hunting scope or a budget fixed range target scope. Glass is good. It's doing the job it needs to do, and for that price point, it's a good scope. Pretty happy with it. So everything seems to be working great, and no issues at all. So that is my review on the Savage Mark II FV and the OTW 3 to 12 by 40 rifle scope that is for sale on Amazon.